So, but now it sounds so logical to listen to music like that. I mean, it's almost accepted. People know, like, hey, yeah, sure, Helmet does it, Korn does it, whoever does it. But when you guys started out, it wasn't, well, the thing to do. So how did the fans or how did the people react?
Well, people didn't. I don't know if they knew how to react, or whatever. I think they come to shows. I think they liked it. They thought it was good, but it. I think it just took some time, for people to get to understand. Because I think, like a lot of the earlier heavy music was heavy and just like aggressive and angry, and I don't feel that you really have to be, especially on the new record. Like I think I grew a lot from this record to the last record. The last record, a lot of the songs were written when I was a lot younger, and I was a lot angrier, and that's one of the easiest ways to let out emotion is through anger. And in the new record, I learned a lot of different ways to do it. And I also put myself in a more vulnerable position, at writing. So, the music is going to be heavy regardless. Having Stefan playing guitar. So I just figured, why don't I just come from where I feel. I'm feeling really vulnerable at the moment, and why don't I just put that emotion on tape? And it came out really natural, and it somehow fits with it. As to where like a lot of the older music was just straight heavy. I don't think anybody would really try that. To let themselves be vulnerable on such a heavy record. And which is kind of a hard thing to do without being really too blatant about it or being cheesy. It's kind of, you just have to have the right person to do it.
Did you ever expect the Deftones to do that well? Do you care?
No, I think I just didn't really care. I think I always thought that we have potential. I still think we have a lot more potential to be better than we are now. But I don't think of it as this is the ultimate, this is whatever, or I never try to make goals for us. I just figured if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. And as long as we have fun doing what we're doing and stay true to what we do, and not try so hard to become something, then, good things will come.
When did you guys and how did you guys got signed to Maverick?
Basically by accident. I mean, like a lot. There was some labels.
Madonna went up to the show and was like, "Hey guys."
Well, it wasn't Madonna. It was her manager, and he came and saw us play a few songs, and he right away he was like, "I want to sign you guys right now," and it was really, really just straightforward about it. He didn't try to do any ass kissing or whatever you call it. It was just basically just like, I really like your guys' band, and I want to sign you guys. And we were just like amazed by it, that he was just so straightforward, and they were just good, seemed like to be really level-headed people, instead of like some other labels were looking at us at the time, and they're kind of like, real wishy-washy about things. And Maverick was really down to earth, so we decided, this is the kind of label we want to be with, one who believe in our music right away. They don't have to say, well, let me hear you a few times, and they heard it right away, they liked it right away. And we knew that that's a label we wanted to be with, and we're lucky. And so far, all they have done is just, give us our space, let us do what we want to do, and that's all we can ask for in a record label, is to somebody who believes in you and believes that you will, succeed. And they can, if they can help us, they will. And their thing, I think their motto has been to just let us do our thing, without trying to push us in people's faces all the time by saying this is the next big thing or this is the next big band, or instead of just letting us grow on our own. And I think I still want to continue to grow. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard because right now there are a lot of magazines and press. People saying that you guys are the next big sound of the year. You guys and Korn, and this is like a new big thing. And it's kind of hard to have that pressure on you when I think that we're just like any other band. I think we're a good band, but I still think we have room to grow, and I think the minute that people start putting labels on you that you're going to be the next big thing is when people start being more critical towards you, and then your downfall is seems like it's going to come sooner. And I really just, people just look at our music for what it is, and without people like making it such a big deal. You know what I mean? I think if you listen to our music, it is a big deal, but it's going to be a big deal because you believe it's big, not because people are telling you it is.
So how do you anticipate on that?
It's hard. I mean, I'm pretty humble. I try to be pretty humble about it. I don't like brag, or to try not to brag. I mean, I really do love our music. I really think it really is good.
So, because how many records did you guys sell, actually? I mean,
of Adrenaline, I think we sold in the United States, I think a little bit over, almost 300,000 records, which is pretty good, I think. Worldwide, I don't know. You know, it's I think it's actually really, really good, considering that we don't really get, you know, radio support or video support. You know, the heavy music that you know, that's on our first record, it's not too mainstream. You know, our new record maybe a little bit has a little bit more maybe mainstream quality to it, I think, and I think that just has to do with us just, you know, growing as a band. But you know, who knows? I mean,
like the scene or the heavy scene proves that you don't need radio airplay or magazine reviews or.
I mean, I think our record sales will prove that, you know, and just, I mean, if anybody comes to any of our shows, they'll see that. I mean, almost every show has been sold out, you know, in the UK, you know, and then you know, coming to Netherlands, and it's just getting, you know, and we've never even been here before, so it's like to come here and play sold out shows. It just shows that, you know, that it's you know, there's people that are there's an actual market, you know what I'm saying here, that is wide open for, you know, bands like us, you know. So not saying that, you know, so go out and get a band that sounds like this so you can sell records, but, you know, I'm saying I think we are lucky, you know, to have that.
The next thing that probably will happen is that some magazine will discover a scene somewhere in California and will say...
Well, that's what they're doing right now. That's exactly what they're doing, and it's kind of, you know what I mean. I understand they're trying to, you know, to build it up and make a, you know, a big thing out of it, but it's just scary to me, you know, because I've
Korn versus the Deftones.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, you know, it's just comparisons all the time. You know what I mean? And you know, everybody wants to have their own identity, you know, wants to stand on their own. Some people don't. Some people want to follow, you know, other bands. I'd rather just, you know, our band stand on our own, you know what I mean? Not no disrespect to any other bands. I'm happy for every band that comes up, but I wish that everybody can come up, you know, on their own, and then, you know, once we reach a certain level, then we can all, you know what I mean, play shows together and everything. But right now it's kind of hard that we all, you know, I want to play shows with Korn. We've played with them before, and they, you know, we've always had a good time. They're one of the funnest bands to tour with. But if we keep playing with them all the time, it's gonna be like, okay, Korn, Deftones, you know, here we go. This is like one thing, and it's gonna be hyped up, and then the next thing you know, oh, that's last year's thing, and then, you know what I mean, then where are we gonna be, you know? And I just figured if we all just kind of just, you know, stick together, but stand on our own 2 feet, then we'll be able to go a little bit further, I think.
Okay, one more thing. We were searching the net or the web, whatever you want to call it, for Deftones. We found this amazing fan page of this guy with like guitar picks with autographs and old pictures and whatever. How far does the fandom go with the Deftones?
The fans? Yeah. It gets pretty crazy sometimes. It's kind of weird, you know, that happens too. I mean, I usually don't let it sink in, you know, like think of it, oh, I'm a rock star, hey, whatever. But, you know, when you do sit back, sometimes you think about it, you go, man, this is weird, you know, I'm just like my fans. I don't see myself as any different. So it's weird when they kind of put you up on a pedestal, and like, especially it's a little bit crazier, I think, in England. Like in America, if you jump in the crowd, they'll, you know, they hold you up and whatever. There, they grab it. I mean, they rip off your clothes. I mean, you know, I walk off the bus and people are like trying to, you know, rip off my clothes and try to get, you know, they steal your shoes and take my socks and everything. I'm like, hey, you know, they're crazy, fanatic, you know, and it's weird because, you know, you just got to say, well, this is a different culture. It's the way they do it. You know, they're into music. I don't think they're into music more than they are in America, but it's just they're a little bit different about it. But yeah, it does get pretty intense sometimes, you know. You
guys been to Japan yet?
No.
It's even crazier there.
Oh, sure, yeah, I heard it's crazy there too. You know, they wait in the hotel lobbies and stuff. But I think we'll be going there after the new year sometime.
You guys get sponsored by Adidas?
Yeah, I mean, we've been sponsored for years, about 5 years now, and I actually, you know, I don't even really wear Adidas too much anymore. I mean, I got actually. Somebody gave me these shoes the other day just because, like I said, the kids stole my shoes in Europe. So I mean, in not London, where was it at? In Glasgow, I think, or somewhere. They stole my shoes, so I had to get a pair of shoes from Stefan, and you know, it's like, I think with the same thing goes back to the whole Korn thing. I mean, like you know, I've had Adidas for a long time, and it's hard. You know, now I can't really wear it on stage or anything. You know what I mean? Just for the simple fact, it's more of those comparison things, and it doesn't really bother me too much. I mean,
we're just wondering because you saw the whole crew packed with Adidas goodies, so we were like, hey, they must be endorsed too.
Yeah, I mean, we've been endorsed for years. It's a beautiful thing to get anything for free, but you know, I don't mind it.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Hey, I'll wear whatever. Give me something for free, I'll wear it. I don't care.
Eat free at Ben's and Jerry's.
Ice cream. Oh, I get free ice cream. My little sister works at Ben and Jerry's ice cream shop. So when I'm home in California, I go there and get free ice cream.
You guys need a roadie?
Oh man, you want to go?
Please.
All right, yeah, definitely.
I'm off.